we often
get reviews on, those $1,200 phones, or it might be $1,000. And also right now the mid-range market for a phone is also booming, but how about a phone for $60? This is the Mara S, and it is the best well-rounded phone for $60, or anything below $100 actually. This phone is really great for the price, and here's why.
Firstly, do you remember the video I did on this before? The unboxing experience on this is unparalleled to any at this price point, or even 3 times or 10 times the price. Okay, next is how ergonomic this phone is. Firstly, it's very comfortable to hold, it's really grippy. This phone is also quite small, so it's easy on your palms, it fits well, and on the front you get a sizable notch at the top and the bottom. It feels a bit more like the 2017 phones. It doesn't feel anything like 2020, like the year it was released in. It looks more like a step down from my 2017 Galaxy Note 8 compared to my 2020 Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. Oh, at least the name isn't that long, it's just called the Mara S. The display on this phone is alright, you get 540p across a 5-inch display. It is definitely 60Hz as expected. Flipping to the back, you get a set of camera as well as a LED flash. The camera is 8 megapixels, capable of capturing in 1080p, and here are the images. The software Mara has on this phone really improvised this photo. However, in low light, it's a whole different story as it's very blurry and noisy. What I wasn't expecting was a front flash, a front LED flash. I don't really think I'll need it, but it's there, and you also get a 5 megapixel front facing camera, which is alright. This phone comes with 1 gig of RAM with 16 gigs of storage with expandable storage up to 128 gigs. And also, this has the MediaTek MT6580, which it's a really low-end chipset. I used it before on the higher Alpha A1, but I found it way faster on the Mara S because of the RAM being doubled, but it still lags a lot, like seriously. It was quite a hassle even entering Brawl Stars, but once you enter the app, the gameplay is really smooth. Like, I didn't find any lag issues playing Brawl Stars, or just minor ones. But other than that, I just have to say that this isn't a powerful chipset. Day-to-day tasks still can be done, but it is quite limited. You can't really play games on it. The loading part is the worst. Like, seriously, loading things is the worst part of this chipset. It just can't load things quick enough. Once you entered it, it is way better though. But honestly, I was expecting way worse than this. I expected the RAM management to be absolute gibberish, but turns out Mara actually did tweak the software to make it capable enough to run like even Brawl Stars, and I can see the effort Mara put in to ensure an all-rounder experience. But this is the problem. You see, Mara is a small establishment, which means its sales figure aren't as high as, or not even close to, Xiaomi or Techno or Infinix, which really rules the market in where they're operating. With lower sales, they have less resources to make a next-gen product, and less resources also lead to increased component costs because they need to outsource their displays, their cameras, their chipsets. And for most enterprises, actually almost all enterprises, they will expect you to purchase more, so they'll give you a bulk discount. As Mara is a small establishment, they have less revenue, and thus they also have less purchasing power, which means they will not benefit from bulk discounts because they cannot buy in bulk. There's a limit where they can buy, and because of this, their component costs will rise up exponentially compared to if Xiaomi was to make the same phone. So please support your local businesses, especially those that are still growing. On the other hand, battery life on this is incredible. It's honestly incredible. Just to prove it, I ran some music for half an hour and it started off at 82%. I turned it up to max volume and came back half an hour later. This is also a good opportunity for me to test the speaker, the audio quality of this phone. And honestly, it even beats out my $300 Poco X3 Pro. By the way, this device reminded me of the Trifone T Fashion, which is the best phone for under $50. It is $40 and it is just impressive. Okay, now for the audio test. To be honest, these are great speakers. But the only problem I have is that the speakers are at the bottom, which if you lay it on a flat surface, you'll be covering it. Okay, now let's check out the battery. So after playing for half an hour, we are left with, drum roll please, 76% left. That's incredible.
However, my suggestion to buy a smartphone for a budget price, if you really cannot afford to spend anything more than $60, this is your best buy. It is so well optimized, like I said so many times in this video. But if you can push it further, I would recommend you to look at phones around the $100 to $120 price point, as you're getting a lot more for paying twice the price. All in all, while Mara faced a bit of shortcomings with its components, with its chipset, but overall this is a very well-rounded phone. For what they do not have in components, they make up for by optimizing everything that they have. This is the best they could have done with this hardware. So they really tried to make it really good, and we need to support them or all the local businesses, which applies to bakeries or any other things. Supporting local might really help, and who knows, maybe next time Mara makes flagship phones that are so well optimized, it might beat Samsung or Apple. Also, please do me a favor by hitting the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.